Ladies and gentlemen, we are alive with MunDayne versus Southeastern University in the depths of the postseason now here. Ladies and gentlemen, MunDayne starting with his Tampa Bay Buccaneers squad with opening possession here in game one, dropping back to pass following the kickoff return, able to find the tight end in stride, rolling down the field, the big fella being taken down, but not before crossing deep into enemy territory at the 30. Southeastern University hot off of their quarterfinals matchup late, or their round of 16 matchup, excuse me, they had earlier today. MunDayne played his matchups earlier this week with us on stream on Tuesday. I'd have a different level of preparedness. The ball gets knocked into the air. MunDayne can't believe it. How could you? Looks like the middle linebacker going to go all the way to the end zone. Uncontested. A scoop and a score for the opening touchdown for Southeastern University. That one you just got to charge to the game. The kick is up and good. It's just so difficult to really predict or prevent those sort of pop fly scenarios. So the ball goes skyward, and it will be Southeastern University with the opening score in this one. They're gonna have to respond in kind. We talked about the possession battle, how crucial it can be in these short series. 5-minute quarters can pass in a heartbeat. So any win you can get on the margins, either scoring quickly or able to grab some stops on the defensive side of the football, can go a long way. MunDayne looking to do damage underneath for the big man Evans, the tall wide target. All target at wideout, excuse me, for MunDayne there, able to grab 3. Gonna get some motion out to the left side of the field. Dropping back to pass. Tremendous drop back. Gonna have to go a little bit further now as the pocket collapses. Finally being forced to throw it out of bounds. Now 3rd and 7 for Post University here. Back gonna stay in the backfield for Post University. Gonna need a rollout and quickly as somebody's uncovered. Post University able to get the first down, but the football's knocked loose. 2 quick turnovers for Southeastern University, and MunDayne off to a frigid start. Southeastern University locked and loaded to go in this one. 2 turnovers on MunDayne's first 2 drives from scrimmage. Still a long series, a best of 3 on our way in this one. In Southeastern University, the SCU Fire off to a hot start so far. The Fire haven't had to play too much standard offense. That was their first play from scrimmage on the offensive side of the football. The loss of 1 on the run game. And operating from that middle linebacker position, 1 in the backfield for Southeastern University here. A wealth of pre-snap adjustments. Trying to find somebody open. It's the running back, Barkley. Just a 4-yard gain there for SEU, Southeastern University. One in the backfield once more for SEU. Some adjustments. Get that trips formation on the left side of your screen there. Trips formation to set up the screen pass. It's complete to Dotson. Out of bounds, not before picking up the first down. Out at the 35. And then just looking to claw back, get some momentum in this game. Again, such a calamitous start. Fumble recovery and a pop fly interception. Nearly had the takeaway he wanted there instead of completion to the tight end. And out of bounds at the 18 for the first. Another one here on this drive for SEU. Looking to put some points on the board with their opening drive on the offensive side of the football. You know you're in a good position when your first points on the offensive side of the football are going to get you to 14-0 rather than 7-0. Looking back to pass, the quick dump off to Barkley. And power through one before being shoved out at the 5. And then your goal line stand. Deceptive amount of fields here in the red zone. In these first and goal scenarios, you've seen MunDayne excel in this position. It's going to need more of that to keep it a one-score game. Under center, it's Dotson. Incomplete. Couldn't match the physicality. MunDayne able to bat it down. MunDayne staring down his man. MunDayne knew exactly where that was going. Mano-a-mano, user on user defense there. MunDayne able to stop the touchdown. Does give up a 4-yard gain now. 3rd and goal. 3rd and incredibly short for Southeastern University here. Chips formation on the left side of the field. Is MunDayne going to read? Is MunDayne thinking of that screen pass? Would be the bad decision as it's once again hauled off to Barkley. The gain of 0. MunDayne not falling for it. The adjustment to throw 3 wideouts on the left side of your screen. Not quite the same cohesion. MunDayne able to sniff out it was not that same screen pass. One more down of football here to survive with just 1 yard of grass between SEU and the end zone. Dropping back to pass. MunDayne able to blow it up and he's hyped. Can you blame him? Keeps it a 1-score game. And defense seems to be a focal point on both sides of the field here. Southeastern University with 2 takeaways and now MunDayne forcing the turnover on downs. And he's put up some high-scoring games here in the postseason. Gonna get back in stride on the offensive side of the football. Able to find Ibuka crossing him through the middle of the field. Now looking to cut it back to the outside. Not able to bring it back. Find that step to cut it up the right sideline. Instead, he's down at the 23 for the first down and more. Three wideouts on that left side of your screen here for Post University. Seen MunDayne like this concept. Not just for one play. MunDayne's proven to be able to play with the full extension of that formation. Audibles out of that trips concept. Able to find Irving in stride with a blocker to work with. To turn that into a 1st and more up to the 47-yard line. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-0 could have been a much wider deficit, but again, both sides doing their work on defense here in the trenches. MunDayne still looking to get us all knotted up at 7 apiece. Session of the football in the second half going the way of Southeastern University and their Philadelphia Eagles. Going to be something to watch here as we work through the second quarter. Big fella hit as he makes the catch, and it's incomplete. We will get the scoreboards swapped out. A match SEU playing on this Philadelphia Eagles squad and vice versa for MunDayne here. Dropping back to pass. It's the check down to Irving. It's got some space to run. Up to the 36 for the first and a little more. Motions the big fella Evans back to the right side of the field. There's some hot routes pre-snap as well. Or MunDayne is going to go to Godwin Jr. on the drag underneath for another first down up to the 21. Multiple defenders uncovered. MunDayne able to find the gap in the seams. First and goal now from the 8-yard line for Post University. Able to deliver the throws. Shirley taking a shot with multiple linemen bearing down MunDayne's neck there under center that time. Drops back to pass. Linemen beginning to break their tackles here, break their blocks. Making for MunDayne with a head of steam. He throws it out of bounds. Evans to that right side of the field. Looks like some pre-snap motion now. MunDayne drops back to pass to Irving once again under center. It's a touchdown. MunDayne's hyped. Hype train continues here in the first half. We're all knotted up at 1 score apiece. MunDayne could have been staring down a nasty multi-score deficit. Instead, here we are all tied up at 7 midway through the second quarter. MunDayne able to calm things down. Make it a tie ball game as his defense takes the field following the kick return. To bottle up the return man and does so well short of the touchback out at the 22. Sorts of adjustments under center for SEU as they drop back to pass. Hit as he makes the throw incomplete. And every time you get hit as you throw, have that chance to have the ball pop up as it just did for Post University earlier on. We are not in a tech pause. We are still waiting for SEU to retake the field. I'm sure y'all hear it just as well as I do. So we've gotten our wish there. And bringing these middle linebackers up nice and tight towards the line of scrimmage. It should be enough to snuff out the run. The spin moved, able to eke out a couple of yards. Turned a TFL into a gain of 3 that time for Southeastern. Again, middle linebackers trying to get as close as we can into the box here, right at the line. MunDayne likes to play that sort of hedge style, running in deep into the pocket, and it's to rush throws just like that. MunDayne wishing he had the interception, just might have a turnover on downs here. 4th and 7. The offense going to stay out on the field for Southeastern University. A chance for room service and a head start for MunDayne's offense if he can get a stop here on 4th. This will be the first attempt at a 4th down conversion for SEU. Surely going to be the first of many. so late in this one. Trying to set up Dotson on the left side. Just enough for the first down up to the 40. Defensive stand going to continue for MunDayne. No turnover on downs just yet. Still ample opportunity to create chaos on the defensive side of the field. Barkley, nice cut towards the left sideline. And now a foot race. Don't think MunDayne's going to make it. No, multiple cutbacks. Barkley with that X factor. Such a tough cover. Able to maintain speed with those cuts and those juke, through those cuts and those juke moves. En route to the end zone for the score. MunDayne not starting with the football in the second half. Time management going to be crucial here. Still the 2-minute warning. All 3 timeouts apiece to work with here. And spotting that one outside the landing zone. Going to give the offense a head start at the 35. Dropping back is MunDayne. It's Buka with the toe tap up to the 44 and out of bounds. MunDayne loves these adjustments under center more than any other post-university athlete that we ever watch here in the booth. Loves these adjustments pre-snap. Knows how to get extra juice from the squeeze out of every single down, every single formation he comes out of here. Dropping back to a pass. Nearly had it in the breadbasket. You see that gesture on screen right there. Maybe a little underthrown. Being the difference maker that time between incomplete and a touchdown. MunDayne's certainly not afraid to sling it downfield when he does spot that opening. Lives through the incompletion, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Look for some Stabler yardage to Evans on the out route towards the sideline. Incomplete. That time not forced by the defender, just thrown out of the receiver's range there. And 3rd and long now for Post University. Dropping back to pass. Time under center to the running back, Irving. Cooler heads prevailing. MunDayne surviving 2 incompletions on 1st and 2nd, delivering the dot for the 1st on 3rd. So we are past the 2-minute warning here in this one. Run on 1st and 10. Timeout's coming out from Southeastern University immediately, wasting no time. Like they may be trying to get this football back. Just use the possession advantage against MunDayne here. MunDayne at the very least wants to be the one holding the football when the clock strikes midnight on the 1st half. Dropping back to a pass, underthrown. And once again, the secondary able to make a play on it, bat it down, incomplete. Secondary continues to be a problem. These free safeties getting active on these go routes. Deceptively open is what you might call them, as they're certainly underneath the receiver. MunDayne's not been able to burn this coverage over the top just yet. MunDayne now trying to spot something. Rocket catch just underneath the defense. Touchdown. Post University will happily take it. Hasn't been able to beat the defense over the top. Just going to take one step inside his man defender in the end zone for the score. Gets us all knotted up at 14 apiece. Now MunDayne's turn to play some lockdown defense with about minute 47 left to play in this one. Might be just a little bit more. A little bit less for Southeastern University to work with on this drive. Take 4 seconds off the game clock with the kickoff return. Run on first down, shut down. It's a loss of 3. Neither team has that chew clock on. Neither player in a hurry to get out in this one. MunDayne didn't have it on his drive. Doesn't look like we're seeing it from Southeastern University either here. And then curiously not calling the timeout just yet. At least one timeout is going to be needed here to prevent SEU from just running out the entire game clock. Might be waiting just in case they give up a first down, as they do here to Barkley up to the 45. Clock going to still keep on ticking against the SEU fire. Somebody's uncovered and going to force the incompletion immediately. Able to get hands on the quarterback. Formation on that left side. MunDayne thought he smelled a screen pass. It's a run to Barkley up the middle. 3rd and 8 now for SEU. Still no timeouts being called for Post University. Again, no true clock active, so no real rush. Call them in a hurry. SEU still well outside of field goal range. Will do damage through the air, and MunDayne's got the interception with a step on the whole offense. Nobody's catching. MunDayne waltzing into the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown for Post University. MunDayne takes the lead, his first here in game 1. A sigh of relief for MunDayne. We mentioned it. He was looking for the turnover on downs, trying to get some extra points with possession in the third half going towards SEU. MunDayne comes up with a pick 6 of his own to take the lead, give himself some more breathing room as we go into halftime. Turn that corner and does so. Doesn't have the speed after all those moves up the left sideline, and out at the 32. Dropping back to a pass, and MunDayne's got another interception. Is he able to go the distance? He's going to have to here as the clock going to strike 0. Late in the second half, it's 2 straight pick 6s for Post University. Touchdown, MunDayne. 2 straight pick 6s in as many snaps. And MunDayne doubles his lead now as we head into halftime. And this SEU Fire offense sputtering in neutral, might very well be in reverse. Here in the second half, they have not been able to find any sort of consistency through the air here. Trying to make something happen on special teams. They are going to have one more play from scrimmage before halftime. MunDayne might be thinking a third pick 6 in as many snaps from scrimmage as we bring out the prevent look for Post University. MunDayne's stream Maybe going down for just a second. We'll go to the BRB screen just to see what's going on. We lose the MunDayne POV. It does look like that's what's happened here, folks. You did just hear the audio essentially repeating on itself. Gonna hit one more refresh for good time's sakes before we'll go to a brief tech pause. I'm hoping we did not see MunDayne lag out. He's up 28-14 with 1 second left in the second quarter. We're gonna take a brief break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll try to get MunDayne POV back out for everybody here in just a moment. Yeah, the stream officially did just go down. You hear the stream replay in the background there. We'll be back with post-university playoffs in just a moment. Don't go away. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Crisis averted. Thought we had a lag out scenario occurring here. Thankfully, just an issue with the Twitch stream POV. So the game is gonna move on here. Thank goodness we do not have to worry about any tech restart game adjustment shenanigans, because MunDayne, a big 2-possession game. Southeastern University taking the field. Trying to wrestle control back in this one. Again, a rough second quarter by any measure. Gonna get some momentum back for the Fire. Make it a game here in the second half. And Barkley has been a bright spot for this offense. The Fire have had no problem dropping it off to the running back. Just feels like anytime they're looking for anything more, anything beyond Barkley or Dotson, they really struggle to do any damage upfield. And right now, a multi-score deficit. You're going to need some scores and quickly to punch back in this one. They continue to try to inch their way upfield. Physicality on the quarterback, going to force the throw behind the wide receiver and incomplete. 4th down football, already the call. Saw it come out as soon as the second quarter. Of course, as the lead continues to grow for Post University, 4th down football going to continue to be the call for SEU. 3 yards between them and another fresh set of downs. Audibles on the defensive side of the field for Post University, and they're going to be all over Barkley, able to force him out of bounds and come away with the turnover on downs on 4th. It's like MunDayne on to what SEU are trying to run here. They're seemingly catching on to the fact they've been unable to generate anything consistently if it's going to somebody not named Saquon. Just powers through. Felt like the whole secondary for the 1st down. MunDayne coming out in this tight trips formation. This time on the right side of the field. You mentioned MunDayne, the master of these pre-snap adjustments. Trying to scheme somebody open, and he does so. Looked like Godwin Jr. on the right side of the field. Football just a bit wide and incomplete. MunDayne's pretty consistently able to find that right side of the field open, though. And already with a multi-score lead. And back to pass once more, and a man downfield completely uncontested. No defensive pass interference. Illegal contact is the foul you're going to get when it's the users doing it, getting in the way of receivers on their routes. DPI going to be the call if the CPUs are not up to snuff. Down in the secondary. Believe that's what occurred there. Didn't quite catch who SEU were usering there, but DPI normally such a rare call. Able to cut upfield past the defenders there. 2nd and goal from the 3 for MunDayne. But again, usually we'll see illegal contact with users jamming up CPUs, especially in the box or just off the line of scrimmage. Rarely do you see DPI called, but it's going to give Post U a jump start. 1st and goal from the 7, now 2nd and goal from the 3. They're trying to find Godwin Jr. open. Seems as if their SEU defense is all over. Going to go to the big man, Evans. Able to haul in the contested catch for the touchdown. The lead continues to grow for Post University. The kick is up and good. It's a 21-point lead now for Post University. You wonder when SEU, if at all, if they're going to wave the white flag and try to move on to game 2. Certainly the mental game within a game there. How long can SEU deal with the mental and the schematic anguish of just being down so much? See this formation they're coming out here. 3 wide receiver sets. Going to be the bare minimum. You're not going to see any multi-wide receiver, any tight end shenanigans. They're not looking for power. They need to get scores and quickly. Looking for any speed advantage downfield. I've been searching for about 2 quarters here, as this MunDayne defense has continued to get more and more locked in. Tackle after the completion there. It's a gain of 0 that time for SEU. with an offense that continues to be stuck in the mud. Out to Barkley, the spin move, a couple of defenders. Secondary linking up to bring down Barkley 1 yard short of the first. If it's not in number 26's hands, odds are it's not going very far here in this one for SCU. Able to find Dotson, another bright spot for this SCU Fire offense. Able to find a crease in the defense. Able to take it all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. Dotson and Barkley, the two bright spots for this SCU Fire squad. Already feeling the pressure. Out comes the onside kick. Very rarely are we seeing onside kicks in the third quarter, but SCU recognizing the sort of deficit they have to overcome here. Gonna get MunDayne's offense already started in enemy territory at the opposing 44. One in the backfield here. For Post University, very flat look on defense for SCU. Not too many middle linebackers. No one dropping back at the second level. Might just have damage to do over the top. MunDayne able to spot Godwin Jr. with a step on his defender for the touchdown. It's a one-play drive that time for Post University. MunDayne has not been afraid to go for boomer bust plays from scrimmage that time. It's a 44-yard pass for the touchdown over the air. (42-21) your score right now. SCU with their work cut out for it. So far here in the second half, both offenses operating at a different gear. Still looking for some wins on the defensive side of the football for either squad. MunDayne thought he might have had an intentional grounding call there, or maybe a chance to make a play on the football. Regardless, it's incomplete and we'll have second down. Three receivers on that left side of the field, this time for SCU. Looking to set up the screen pass. MunDayne is all over it. It's intercepted. How's that for a win on the defensive side of the football? And SCU just may be ready to call it here. Looks like they're the ones who turn on the pause shield. 42-21, and SCU concede game one. It is a barn-storming game one victory for Post University, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back after a brief break with game two in this best of three series. Don't go away. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. My name is Sandwich. MunDayne on the bottom left corner of your screen. Hot off of a tremendous game one victory, forcing the forfeit in the third quarter of play. All over both sides of the field. 42 points, a pick six, multiple interceptions. had a rough start in the first quarter, but roared in the second quarter and beyond to force the early forfeit. Now on his second squad here, the Baltimore Ravens, following the Game 1 victory. Going into the Pod Shield, not exposing. This is a no-leak stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to turn off the desktop audio, not give you any chance to know what's going on under the hood. And SCU with a rough start. They don't swap to their secondary. It was dealer's choice for SCU after the loss. They can stay with their chosen team. They can swap to their secondary if they like to. Looks like they believe in this Philadelphia Eagles offense. MunDayne in Game 1, at least with that Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, all over everybody not named Barkley or Dotson. Just about everybody else was covered, even moments where those two star players for Philadelphia looked draped in blankets the way Post University were able to cover. Multiple turnovers on downs, again, pick sixes, interceptions, no momentum whatsoever for the Fire. Wonder what sort of fire, pun intended, SCU is going to come out in here. Going to need to be in a different kind of mode. Not too much is going to be changing schematically. You're coming out with the same offense, the same personnel, the same playbook. It's got to come out in a different mental game. Get ready to dig deep into your bag of tricks if you're at SCU trying to keep this series alive. Both players trying to book their ticket into top 4 here in the postseason. First play from scrimmage. MunDayne able to blow up the handoff. Looks like the magic on defense continuing here in Game 2 for Post University. MunDayne likes what he sees so far following that first play from scrimmage. Pre-snap motion for SCU there. Dropping back to pass. Somebody's uncovered at the line of scrimmage. You're going to be the one to force the incompletion. We mentioned it in Game 1. SCU have struggled to really get anything going deep downfield. Haven't had the time. Haven't been able to make the right reads. They've been forced to go short to the checkdowns, to drag routes underneath. MunDayne doing an excellent job of keeping the whole field in front of him and not giving this SCU offense any time to let anything develop. That time the drag route blown up. The punting unit comes out for SCU. MunDayne gets the opening stop here in what could be the last play of this series. The last game of this series, excuse me, if MunDayne's able to lock Game 2 in. A lot of momentum going for MunDayne as he takes the field on offense at the 23-yard line. Cannot mistake that momentum for any sort of complacency. You've got to keep the pedal to the metal. Got to continue with that offensive consistency. And was able to play all over the field. A couple of deep shots down range. The run game looked good. The check down game to the running back, the safe game looked amazing. Again, MunDayne just firing on all cylinders on both sides of the football against SCU in Game 1. Want to see even a percentage of that. Could be a problem for the Fire to handle with Flowers able to break past one, slither past a couple more. Finally brought out of bounds at the 44. Golf claps from MunDayne. Incredible yards after the catch for Flowers there. That time on first. And then drop back to pass once more. High points it for the big fella. Andrews able to haul it in. The advantage of trying to high point it for those tight ends. Very difficult for those cornerbacks to get up to the second level like that. Extra breathing room up there for the big fella to come through with the first and more. Gonna get a lane going for Henry. 1 yard short of the first down that time. As the adjustments pre-snap paying dividends that time on first. Or Post University looking for more of that magic as we motion a man right. Able to get Flowers once more. Another reception, another first down for Zay Flowers on the right side of the field. Continues to be a big target for Post University early on in this one. And then dropping back to pass. Might see a lane to run here. Wonders when he's going to call his own number. Instead, going to call first down off. Throws it out of bounds. Not going to take any chances. Lamar Jackson so dangerous in open space. Just as likely to get you a first down as fumble the football. Unfortunately. So you really just want to run with Lamar Jackson when you have open lanes to run out of bounds ideally. Certainly not a quarterback you want to see taking multiple defenders on in open space. MunDayne now willing to fight amongst the trees that time, and we will have second down. Now motioning to his right. Once more going to throw it away. SCU, 2 straight wins on the defensive side of the football. MunDayne already in field goal range, what would already be a win in the overall possession game because he got that opening stop on SCU's first possession of play. Of course, MunDayne not the sort of player who's just going to settle for 3 and out and a field goal here as he drops back to pass. Able to find Bateman that time. Going to get right up to first and goal from the 6. It's going to put the thoughts of a consolation prize of a field goal to bed here.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Both of adjustments from MunDayne on the rollout to the right side, throwing cross body to Bateman for the touchdown. Post University getting scoring started here in game 2. Salute from Bateman as the Post University Eagles jump out in front. It's MunDayne this time with the opening score here in game 2 as SCU, who struck first in game 1, now looking to strike back. Nice return on the kickoff as the Philadelphia Eagles going to take possession of the football, going to start the offense out at the 43. And off to Barkley, has a lane to run through, cuts it back left. Nobody's catching that man. Shot out of a cannon into the end zone for the touchdown. MunDayne can't believe it. Just got to charge it to the game. That man Barkley, when he's on a heater. And just so lethal, cutting up and across the field in open space. Like a hot knife through butter for 6. 7 following the PAT. Kick is up just on the line of the target zone and out of bounds. Post University taking the field at the 20. MunDayne not really given much of a chance to show off his defensive chops. Did an excellent job in the secondary in game 1. Talked about the interceptions ad nauseum. Didn't have a chance to force any of those. Just one rushing attempt was all SCU needed to get us knotted at 7 apiece. Get Post University back out on offense here. Dropping back to pass. Post University now looking to respond in kind. It's a one-play touchdown of their own. Over the top to Bateman for the touchdown. Responding in a hurry. Anything SCU can do, Post University trying to do better. A one-play touchdown from their own 20. An 80-yard bomb over the top is Post University going to kick it right back to Southeastern University. Blink and you'll miss it. Trying to find a window, nothing. No room to operate there. Brought down at the 27 now. MunDayne really turned this game on its head with the wins on the defensive side of the football. We've talked ad nauseum about his two-way play throughout the postseason. One of the big factors separating him from your average competitor in this bracket. The win on first down, at least a tackle for 0. Ball out to Barkley. Got to bottle up that man as soon as you get a chance. That time, just a 6-yard gain for the star running back. Back to pass. Got to watch out. Barkley seems to have that X factor rolling as SEU continue to matriculate upfield, up now at the 37. Once again to Barkley. Just a gain of 3, shoved backwards as well on the tackle. So far continues to be a one-man show. And this one's going to put SEU way behind schedule. A sack on the quarterback sends them back to their own 30. It's 3rd and 18 now. 3rd and humongous for SEU now. Bush University forced the 3 and out on SEU's opening drive. Might be looking at another 3 and out here if they can come away with it on 3rd. Dropping back to pass, another sack, 2 straight sacks now, 4th and absurd 4th and 28 now for SEU, and there is the punting unit, 2 3 and outs for Post University now. In this one, the defense continues to be a factor in what could be a lead that continues to grow. They're trying to cut it back inside, tackled all the same at the 29. And they're going to have realistically one more play from scrimmage here at the end of the first. In the pre-snap adjustment, Professor MunDayne trying to get something to work here, lobbing it to the right side and out of bounds. Looks like 2 players running deep routes downfield, neither one really open, at least with no time to deliver the throw as the pocket collapsed. And we have 2nd down. MunDayne continuing to take shots downfield. Hit as he makes the catch and incomplete. That'll be 3rd down and the end of the first quarter. Had the rollout, had a receiver with a step, excuse me. But SEU able to get back in the play, force the incompletion. Back to pass, a pop, another one of these pop flies. Sigh of relief for MunDayne as it just hits the ground and incomplete. Not going to be 4 down, or not going to be 3 and out territory, excuse me. MunDayne looking for his first 4th down conversion here to start us in the 2nd quarter. MunDayne far from shying away on the offensive side of the field, even though he has the lead, and he'll be giving a nice chunk of yardage if it's a turnover on downs here. MunDayne likes what he sees out of this SEU Fire defense. See if he can't catch somebody out off sides. No penalty flag thrown. The curl route to Bateman. Going to be enough for the first. MunDayne calling his shot and comes up with a fresh set of downs. Gutsy play call from MunDayne. Again, he had no business going on 4-down territory up a score like this. That's the sort of play that continues to establish MunDayne's dominance on both sides of the field. Could have chosen to play it safe. Could have chosen to punt it away. Could have come up empty on 4th down as well. Instead, the Eagles could continue to march downfield. The post-University Eagles out here at the 49-yard line. Hopping back to pass is MunDayne here. Might have a window to rush upfield. He's able to sniff it out, rolling down the right sideline now and out of bounds. Out to the 30, and we mentioned it. Don't want the Raven Lamar Jackson. I was going to say he moves like a Jaguar. So strong, so nimble, but going to get confused with another football team. Didn't want to use an animal that's another football team. Just moves so quickly. But again, do not want him eating a hit stick in the open field. That normally spells trouble. Trouble on 1st and 10 for Post-University. As they get brought back, it's a loss of 1. That time on 1st. Motion pre-snap for Post-University. Dropping back to pass. Nice pocket. Going to get Henry in stride. Going to power through the first member of the secondary. Help able to arrive. Bring down Henry at the 12. You mentioned it. That safe offense. Continuing to be deceptively valuable. That time looking to get Henry back in stride. Instead, it's a loss of 2. Post-University 2nd and 12 from the 14. A chance for a first down, but odds are it'll go all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Post-University. This lead continues to grow here in the second quarter. Step back. No shot going up there on the touchdown celebration. But all sorts of shots being fired by MunDayne under center here. Had no problem scoring in bunches here in the first half. See you trying to make something out of nothing on the kick return. Stuffed at the 23. Still a lot of time left to play in the second quarter. Neither player really eager to turn on that chew clock button and just bleed the timer out. So we will have the 2-minute timeout. We saw multiple timeouts coming out at the end of the first half in game 1. So both players, it'll be a deceptively long 2 minutes and 40 seconds here between all the 2-minute timeout and the 3 timeouts apiece. Dangerous football. MunDayne trying to speed things up a bit. Going to take this football back for Post-University. Not worried about patience or hesitation. Able to catch SCU throwing to one of their zone defenders lying in wait just over the top, a couple of steps in to come away with the first interception of the contest. They've had a couple turnovers, or no turnovers on downs, forcing multiple punts. The first real turnover that time for Post-University, but another win on the defensive side of the football. Drops back to pass. It's Andrews, the big fella. And it's a first for Post-University on their first play of this drive. Remember, MunDayne will be starting with the football in the third quarter. Another score here. This game could already be out of reach. MunDayne will match his largest lead of the series if he gets another touchdown here. Ball down to Hopkins, hauled in. Down at the 7. Excuse me, he will not match his highest lead of the series. He will get close, had a 21-point lead at the end, right before SU fire forfeit. Unfortunately, just did the math in my head. That will match the highest lead of the contest. Not going to worry about the math. MunDayne not worrying about this defense, doing damage through the air. Another passing touchdown for MunDayne here. The lead continues to grow for Post University. And this Baltimore Ravens team, a squad that's heralded for its versatility, the ability for the quarterback under center, or that star running back Henry to do damage on the ground. MunDayne's got this offense firing on all cylinders through the air here in game 2. It's SEU just looking for a lifeline with 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Able to curl it back inside. Just 1 yard over a touchback for SEU this time. And we're starting to see the playbook constrict just a little bit. Looked like they felt the pressure on that last drive to try to force the football upfield. It's how Post University were able to come away with the turnover. This time they're trying to set up the screen pass. MunDayne's all over it. It's a loss of 4. MunDayne's defense continues to feel like it's everywhere on the football. You can't play outside the numbers. Trying to do damage over the top. MunDayne's picking it off, batting it down, incomplete. And of course, there's been a quarterback under center who's had no time to really feel anything out. Finally able to do some damage over the top for the first down out at the 48. MunDayne well aware just how close he was to another interception there. Just a couple steps short of making a play on the football. So you looking for adjustments under center now as they drop back to pass. Able to cut to the outside, the first down and many more for SEU there up to the 4-yard line. Of course, a deceptive amount of distance still to go for SEU, operating at their own 4. We've already seen MunDayne put up a stop, a goal line stand in this series. Might be another one on board here for Post University. Dropping back to pass to the big man, Barkley. One-on-one, Barkley able to power through, and SEU putting some points on the board here with a minute left to play in halftime. No goal line stand on board for Post University. Instead, they'll have a chance to respond here. Again, a deceptive amount of time, only 58 seconds, but all 3 timeouts to work with. Brought down at his own 31. MunDayne's already proven he could be so dangerous. Multiple plays over the top in this game and in game 1. Wonder what sort of defensive looks SU are trying to come out in. They've struggled to keep these opposing receivers in front of them. Their football propped into the air and incomplete. Of course, the ball is incomplete, so the play clock does stop. For Post University, no need to call a timeout. Hit as he throws once more, and we'll have 3rd down. MunDayne some struggles under center here on this drive. Hasn't taken too much time off the play clock because of the multiple incompletions, unfortunately, here late In the first half, somebody's uncovered on both sides of the field at the line of scrimmage and downfield for Bateman for the first. MunDayne once again delivering the throw through the contact. The clock now is going to run for Post University. No timeout being called. They try to matriculate back upfield to Hopkins over the middle. There goes the touchdown, or the timeout, excuse me, for Post University. Not quite in field goal range, knocking on the door of being able to score or kick a field goal to enter halftime. Again, still so dangerous under center. Every play could be a chance to do some damage over the top. Instead, SCU able to get a hand on it and incomplete. And they thanking his lucky stars. You saw the reaction there, ladies and gentlemen. A sigh of relief. He is yet to be picked off trying to throw these routes over the top of the secondary. More often than not, he's been able to convert. Speaking of converting to the big fella, Andrews able to shed off the first defender, and it's a foot race into the end zone. Touchdown, Post University. That's why you got to commit multiple defenders to a big fella like Andrews, able to shrug off the contact from the cornerback there. Nobody in help position. Able to roll on into the end zone for the score. MunDayne once again matches his largest lead of the series at 21 points. A lead that will surely only grow as he'll snag possession of the football at the start of the third. Gonna bring down the return man at the 21. MunDayne surely feeling good about himself. Not coming out in these prevent looks just yet. Realistically, about one or two plays from scrimmage for SCU here. Could take one long one or nab a couple short ones here at the end of the second quarter. Dropping back to a pass. Forced to throw it out of bounds. And they will have one more play from scrimmage. And that will be the call surely for the prevent look here for Post University. Prevent look is the call for the last play from scrimmage from the half. Don't exactly need to be a football savant to understand why they're doing that here. Run play on that second down. Doesn't go too far. And a 35-14 lead for Post University. Onside kicks once again coming out early for SCU. They recognize the game already hangs in the balance. Again, everybody at home, longtime viewers are going to understand we have never seen an onside kick work. Madden 26 and college football 26, going back to Madden 25 and college football 25. We have yet to see an onside kick work here. More often have we seen the penalty come out for not kicking it far enough than we have the kicking team actually come away with the football. MunDayne's Ravens, no difference there. They come away with the football and a 3-yard gain on first. A passing yard stat, 301 to 64. Tremendous gap in the offensive power of both of these squads. More damage being done over the air for Post University. As this might be SCU's swan song here as they may be going into the postseason. MunDayne looking to punch their ticket into top 4. Jump ball to Hopkins, able to haul it in. First and goal now from the 4. MunDayne's feeling himself. Can do no wrong through the air right now. Every read is perfection. Ravens mascot feeling it as well on the to the right of the field goal there. Everybody hyped on this Ravens side. Dropping back to pass. Intercepted. MunDayne charging into the game, paying his respects. He spotted it just a little bit too late. Looked like SCU in that hedge position. The middle linebacker runs up, thinking it's a blitz, and then they fake it. They drop back to cover these routes short over the top. That play especially so effective in the shortened field of the red zone. You're not going to have wide receivers get out of the box and into open space because there's less of it. And SCU able to come away with a win on defense. Still a 3-score game here in this one. Run on first down. It's a gain of 7 for the Fire.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Another run this time on 2nd and 3, and they might have the speed advantage on the left side. Free safety comes in to put out the Fire, but not before Barkley makes it up to the 41. I'm not quite able to read the lips there, but surely MunDayne just thinking, how do you stop that? What are you supposed to do? Hesitation move from Barkley. Again, looks like he's shot out of a cannon. Takes multiple defenders to bring him down for the 6-yard gain. Dropping back to pass. No, it's the screen pass, and MunDayne's all over it. This one could go all the way to the 10. Touchdown, Post University. MunDayne, he called it. You saw it there. He called it, ladies and gentlemen. He's been all over that screen pass. He's done an excellent job of spotting it out pre-snap. Another pick 6, jumping these routes. We've talked about it in past seasons. It's so difficult to guard outside the numbers. And then somehow been able to do both. Guard the deep balls downfield and guard these screen passes and these checkdowns out towards the numbers, out towards the sideline. MunDayne's defense feels like it's everywhere at all times. A defense that's going to stay out on the field following the pick 6. As now MunDayne has created the largest lead of the contest. 1-on-1 on the left side. That's MunDayne's music. It's another interception. And this one might already be decided, folks. You see SCU, they're playing in desperation mode already, looking to take any shots downfield they can find, and MunDayne will happily eat that one up. The 3rd turnover of the contest. Run up the middle to Henry. If we were ever going to see Chu Clock come out, it would be right now. There's the call from MunDayne, looking to get us out of this one in a hurry. This one may already be decided with about 7 minutes left to play in the contest between the 3rd and the 4th. Pass out to Bateman, rolling down the right sideline. Couple of defenders in tow, trying to cut it short. And bring him down at the 30. MunDayne feeling himself. He's already matched the score. It was 42-21 a little bit earlier in the 3rd quarter when SCU forfeited game 1. The Fire might just be looking to appreciate every extra minute they get in the postseason. They understand they might not quite make it to next week the way MunDayne's playing right now. A man on a mission. Drops back to pass. The big fella Andrews. It's knocked loose and incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Drops back to pass. The RPO to Flowers. Possession catch for the 1st and not much more. Not looking to take any chances with all those defenders in the airspace. Hurry up offense continues. Be the modus operandum for Post University. Should be the last play here in the 3rd quarter. And it's going to be Henry rolling in for a rushing touchdown. I would say last play of the 3rd. The clock going to stop following the rush for the score. And MunDayne's been on an absolute tear. 40 bombs last week. 40 bombs this week. Looking in prime postseason form now. A man who went 6-1 in the regular season, showing no signs of slowing down. here in the quarterfinals. Turn man brought down at the 20 now. And this yardage differential, the total yards, the passing yards, the gap continues to grow. Barkley continuing to be the only bright spot on what has been a gloomy day for the Southeastern University Fire. Another run to Barkley, just so quick, already bouncing to the outside, brought down at the 48. Looked like the last defender standing. Going to be the one to bring down Barkley.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And an Eagle first down.
As this will bring about the fourth quarter, the last play from scrimmage. Barkley nowhere to go. Took some extra time under center, just trying to find a crease anywhere. Not able to find it, brought down. It's 2nd and 7 now in the final quarter of play. In what could be the final game here in the quarterfinals for Post University. MunDayne in the driver's seat to lock in a 2-0 series victory. Under center to pass out to Barkley once more. Brought down 3 yards short of the marker.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Another handoff to Barkley. Another first down for SEU. They continue to move with the quickness, but again, it just might already be too little too late. It's a 35-point lead for Post University. Drops back to pass, and the toe tap is good. Pass is hauled in up to the 14 now for SEU. Finally finding some momentum downfield late in this one. Back to pass once more, shutting the door on that momentum. Post University running it back once again. It'll be another pick six for MunDayne. Got to start thinking about the semifinals as we stride into the end zone for another pick six touchdown. 55-14 is going to be your final score. MunDayne trying to speed run his way to top 4. He does just that. Gets us out of here in just over an hour of play. MunDayne, an absolute problem through these first couple rounds of the postseason. Ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Sandwich. We will have more MunDayne action as he approaches top 4 next week. Until then, we hope y'all have enjoyed the show. We will see y'all next week for more post-university esports action.